Are you kidding me? I mean, first it was Diddy's name being dragged through the mud, and now Jay-Z is in the same storm of accusations. I mean, these two titans of the music industry, Sean Diddy Combs and Sean Jay-Z Carter, both have the same initials. That's kind of odd, but they're both getting hit with allegations left and right. And it seems like everybody's got an opinion. But here's the kicker. Jay-Z isn't just sitting down and taking it. Nah, he's actually firing back at the lawyer representing these claims, Tony Busby. So basically saying that Busby wants people to twist the truth. And when Cat Williams jumps in with his own shocking take on the mess, oh, you know it's about to go wild. Why is it that it seems like Kamala Harris, Oprah, Barack Obama, and so many Hillary Clinton and so many other Democratic politicians seem to be endorsed and even hanging out with these guys? Is there a pattern here that I'm missing? Anyway, even Stephen A. Smith can't believe what he's hearing. And if Stephen A. Smith is questioning the whole situation, oh, you know we got a powder keg here. Meanwhile, people who defended Johnny Depp are now reacting with disbelief at what is being said about Jay-Z. Now, this isn't just a legal battle, guys. This is a full-blown showdown with careers, reputations, and truth hanging in the balance. And then, of course, Jay-Z's own fiery response calling this a terrible error. Wow. This is not just a denial, guys. It is a declaration of war against this whole narrative. Are these allegations real, or is this like a takedown mission? Everybody's got something to say, and I can't wait to hear what you guys think about this.
Jay-Z, you serious? Jay-Z accused in a civil lawsuit of a 13-year-old girl in 2000 along with Sean Diddy Combs. Nah, B. It's over, bro. You about to be cellmates with the diddler. I knew something was up with you. That's it, bro. Stay out of Brooklyn. You're about to make the Brooklyn Nets go back to New Jersey. They got you now, homie. You ain't dodging this one, B.
It's the year to be exposed, and it looks like another one has been hit by the spotlight. Many were already wondering as to which Diddy partygoer was going to be next. So what's in this civil filing? And guys, before we get started, I just want to say thanks so much for hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. We are on our way to 1 million subscribers. Every new subscriber helps. I really appreciate you guys. Let's jump in.
This is a new civil filing, and we see the anonymous accuser here alleging the assault occurred after she was driven to an MTV Music Video Awards after party. This lawsuit was originally filed in October, just today refiled to include Jay-Z. I mean, let's start with the basics here. What are you learning about this? What is standing out to you?
Well, what is standing out to me is she was very specific about several things. She describes the house, she describes the driveway, she describes the exact assault, what happened. She talks about various stages of things that occurred. And I think that this is good because this way it can either be corroborated or not corroborated. So she's painted herself in a corner.
Why add Jay-Z now? If this originally was filed back in October, why not do it then?
Very interesting question. I think, we're seeing the same attorney for many of these complainants. And I think we're going to see more and more people added. I think there's a lot that they were looking to prove, and maybe they didn't quite have what they thought they needed to file against Jay-Z initially.
Of course, Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, defended himself and said that these allegations were not true. He posted on X through his company, Rock Nation's account. In it, he blasts a lawyer named Tony Busby, suggesting that Busby is out to blackmail him into submission, citing that public scrutiny won't push him to pay a cent out of his wallet. Now, I'm not really sure if he actually wrote this, but he's challenging Busby to file a criminal complaint instead of a civil one, adding that these allegations are heinous and that anyone who would do such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Busby has filed several lawsuits in recent months, all of which have the complaintees' names as anonymous. Most of the allegations that we've seen have actually been focused mainly on Sean Diddy Combs. This is the first filing wherein we're seeing a close friend of Diddy pulled into this mess. Now, before the lawsuit was refiled, Jay-Z was provided a letter from the accuser's counsel. This was a request to resolve the matter outside of court, to which Carter responded in his letter by saying, "You've made a terrible error in judgment thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the project of Brooklyn. We don't play these types of games. We have very strict codes and honor. We protect children." End quote. So whether you believe him or not with the statement, that's another matter, which brings me to something that that both Diddy and Jay-Z have in common. They both don't like Donald J. Trump. They do, however, like former President Barack Obama and Vice President Kamala Harris. We all remember how Beyonce showed up to a Kamala Harris rally with people expecting her to sing. Instead, all she did was talk for a little bit more than maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and she dipped out, all while being paid around $10 million. So it's only natural that their household would support the Democratic nominee, right? And to be honest, their hate for Trump can be traced back to years when the president-elect was actually our incumbent president. So here's Carter calling Trump out for alleged racism.
So like everyone feels anger, but after the anger is really hurtful because like you're like looking down on a whole population of people and you're so misinformed because these places have beautiful people and have beautiful everything. Yeah. And it's just like this is the leader of the free world speaking like this. But on the other side, this has been going on. Yeah. This is how people talk. This is how they talk behind closed doors. There was a moment where Donald Sterling had been exposed as this racist on a private phone conversation that he was having, and they took his team from him. And it's like, okay, that's one way to do it. But another way would have been let him have his team, and then let's talk about it together, and let's maybe some penalties. But because once you do that, all the other closet racists just run back in the hole. You haven't fixed anything. What you've done was spray perfume on a trash can. And what you do when you do that is, you know, the bugs come and you spray something and then they come and then you create a super bug, right? Because you don't take care of the problem. You don't take the trash out. You just keep spraying whatever over it to make it acceptable. And then, you know, as those things grow, then you create a super bug, and then now we have Donald Trump, the super bug.
Remember that both Beyonce and Jay-Z endorsed Hillary Clinton as president? And now the most absurd things are coming out against them. And I know that you guys saw Van Jones there interviewing Carter, right? Did you know what he said about Jay-Z as he compared him to Trump back then?
So he has somebody close to him who's starting to get some of these issues. I hope that Donald Trump, if he wants to talk about this stuff, don't just talk the talk. Walk the walk. Let's be real about it. But in the meantime, Jay-Z is setting a much better example for America than Donald Trump.
He's not setting a very good example right now. And you're probably wondering why I'm playing older clips, right? Well, the point is that these people were hailed by mainstream liberal media as role models. Not just Jay-Z. They did the very same thing with Diddy. Obama and Clinton just could not stop praising the now disgraced rapper back then.
Yeah, there you go. Y'all. Thank you. And I just want to say how much I appreciate Puff Daddy for doing the kinds of work that he's doing, because he doesn't have to do this. But this is part of what is important about giving back.
We applaud you, and I want to apologize for not sweating, but I do this so much. I'm so cool. I just want y'all to see everybody I'm interviewing is sweating. I'm not even touching my brow. I'm so cool, and I want to apologize. I ain't trying to make you look bad or nothing like that, but I'm just so cool. We
T-shirt. I tell you, if he was wearing one of those fancy designer clothes he's designing, he'd be sweating just like me.
And I believe your slogan, vote or die, is accurate.
And they did the same thing with Sean Carter. Fast forward to just recently, and both men are now being alleged for the same crime. Not the best company to have. Now, we could say that these famous rappers supported these Democrats in hopes of being protected for crimes that they may have committed. It's all speculation at this point. The problem is that America didn't want to have Democrats leading the nation forever. But of course, they're innocent until proven guilty. These allegations are so severe that Diddy has been rejected bail for a third consecutive time, with the judge describing Diddy as a serious risk for witness tampering, meaning that he would be a threat to society if Diddy were to be let out of jail. Now, the question is, will Jay-Z soon join him? Only time will tell. But since we talked about the elites of the Democratic Party, let's talk a little bit about former President Barack Obama. He now claims that it's our fault as voters for not upholding democracy in this year's presidential election, saying that we're not prioritizing it by voting in Donald J. Trump instead of Kamala Harris. Can you believe this guy, Barack Obama? Seriously? Make sure you guys check out my previous live stream where Barack Obama is obviously pissed off about this loss. Now, as always, appreciate you guys being here. Thanks so much for keeping yourselves informed. Thank you so much, as always, for hitting the like button and subscribing. We'll see you guys on the next one.